All right. So we've just covered over some handstands and stuff. So let's just switch it up now, and we're going to go from being upside down in the air to on the ground. So we've covered some things like our Russian steps and 6-step and 3-step, and I really hope you guys have been practicing them. I stressed in the 6-step video that it is really important to get these foundations down, and they might be known as basics, but doesn't mean they're easy, okay? So please keep working on them. If you're having trouble, don't give up. Now, thinking about how we get everything to flow, so it's really important when we're dancing, is to just have a nice flow from move to move to move and make it look like it's all one big dance, okay? So what happens if we end up on our backs? You know, like I used to think, what's a cool way to get up? We know so many ways to get down, and we've learned a few get downs, but we haven't learned too many get ups, have we? So we're going to start with something that's called a kip up. What's that look like? You guys might know it as like the ninja get up or something, because you see it all the time in ninja movies. But it's where we're on our backs and we're able just to flick up onto our feet, okay? Now, this one's a bit tricky. So if you've got something like a mat, I highly recommend you doing it on a mat, because the last thing you want to do is try this and hit your back on the ground and wind yourself, because that's just not nice. So if you've got a mat handy, something soft to do this on, get that when you practice this, okay? Otherwise, go and find a really nice, soft, grassy area and just give it a go. Trampolines, you can even do this on the trampoline when you're first getting started, okay? Although the best thing is a mat. Something that's not going to take all your spring away and something that's not going to be too springy. Okay, once you've worked out where you're going to practice this and what you're going to practice it on, we're going to work out how do we even do this. A common mistake I see a lot is people rolling back and not putting their hands down, or kicking straight up to the roof. Now, when we go to get up, we got to work with gravity, not against it. So if I kick my legs straight up, gravity's just going to push me straight back down, and I'm going to not be able to get up. I'll give you an example of what not to do. If I go to kick straight up, I'll land on my back, okay? Now, that's why we want a mat, because we don't want to do that and wind ourselves. Trust me, I've done it, it's not fun. So just keep that in mind when we practice this. What we want to do, now you know the not to do things, the to do things are, I want to start just like this, and I'm going to roll back onto my shoulders and let my legs come over my head, and then roll back down to my feet. Okay? Try that again. So chilling out. I'm going to roll back by keeping my spine slightly curved. I'm going to roll back like I'm doing a backwards roll to my shoulders, letting my knees come over my shoulders, and then rolling forward again. Cool. Once you've got that, try it a few times. Once you've got that nice and smooth, the next thing is having your hands by your sides, thumbs pointing towards your ears. So when you roll back, you can put your hands on the ground, because we only use them to push the same time we kick. So, one more time, hands by your ears, either side of your head, rolling right back, putting your hands on the ground, making sure that your legs aren't perfectly straight. You're going to have them bent at the knees and your knees over your shoulders, rolling back up. Okay, so that's the second step. Third step is adding the hands and the legs together to create a push to stand up. So what we're going to do, like I talked about, we're not going to kick straight up, because that isn't going to work. We're actually going to kick out on an angle, like a 45-degree angle. Boom. By doing that, when I push, I can go up and then land on my feet. Okay, out, up, and on your feet. So, getting everything ready, starting here, rolling back onto my hands, bending my knees, so when I roll down, I can kick before the bottom part of my back hits the ground. So I'll roll onto my shoulders and neck, and as I start to roll down, I'll get to just the lower part of my shoulder blades, and that's when I want to use my momentum and power to kick and stand up. So rolling back, and as I roll down, I kick and push onto my feet. Again, I roll down, kick and push. So the reason why we bend our legs when we roll back is so we can, boom, push them out as hard as we can. Gotta kick them out, okay? One more time. I'm down here, I roll back onto my hands, my knees are bent, really important. And as I roll down, I kick them out. And at the same time I kick with my legs, I'm pushing off the ground with my hands. And this is a big thing on timing, so it takes practice. And for a long while, you'll be probably really close to landing it, but just be off a little bit. Don't let that discourage you. That means you're super close. Keep trying and work on the timing of pushing and kicking all at the same time. And when you get that timing correct, you'll know. You'll land on your feet and it feels awesome. So keep practicing, because this is a really, really cool way to get up off the ground, especially when you end up on your back. And it also will lead into our next move we're going to learn today, which is called jumping jacks. So give that a go, practice it, and once you get the hang of it, come back and we'll learn what a jumping jack is, okay? Good luck with the kip-ups, and I'll see you next. All right, guys, welcome back. You're back. So I assume you've got kip-ups down. Now, that's really good. Moving on to a jumping jack. What are they and what do they look like? I'll give you a quick example, and then we're going to break it down. Jumping jacks take a bit more confidence than just learning our kip-up, because we actually got to jump backwards. This is what it looks like. All right, that's a jumping jack. I don't know how it got its name, really, to be honest, but that's the move. And the way we do it is we're jumping back onto our hands. They hit first, then we land on our shoulders. And if you pay attention to the legs, like we discussed when we were doing our jumping jacks, kip-ups, we need our legs to be bent, and they kind of coil up over our shoulders, and straight away kick back out as I'm rolling forward, okay? Like I said at the start of the video, it's really, really, really confidence. So start doing this on something soft. Do not do it on something hard, and please don't start from standing straight away. The way we're going to learn this one is squatting down. We're going to roll back to our kip-up position, jump, land, roll back, jump, land, roll back, jump, land, roll back. Do that a few times. The aim of this is to get used to going backwards, yeah? So just getting used to going backwards without looking, knowing that you're going to be okay. Once you're confident with that, and you can do a kip-up, say 3 or 4 times without stopping, I want you to try and do it from more of a squatting position. So we come to here, and the aim is, I'm going to lean forward to start off with, bent at the hips. Like we're going to do a jump, I'm going to swing my arms up, and they're going to come over by my ears because they're getting ready to catch me. And as I do that, I'm going to jump backwards and let my feet fold over my body. And as soon as they do that, and I feel them go as far as they can over me, I'm going to let them go back out because they want to, and roll and kick. So it looks like this. Bent knees, bent at the hips, arms in front, hands behind. They swing back, and I jump straight back onto my hands and shoulders, and I let my feet come over my head. Once I'm there, I start to roll down, and I kick out. And as soon as I land, look, I'm back where we started, here, ready to go again. So I throw my arms back, and I jump, feet feet over our head, and then roll forward, kick out. It's really hard to do slow. But once you start building up your speed, don't stop yourself too much, yeah? So we want to control the fall down. And the way we do that is with our hands and taking the impact by bending. Then we push it straight back out like a spring, and I'm ready to start it again. And if you get momentum back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's a bit easier than trying to do it slow. This is best done fast. So have a go and see how many you can do. You might start with just 1 or 2, and then after a little while, you might be able to do 10. So give this a go. Like I said, it's confidence. So take the time to build your confidence up. If going backwards is scary, there's some things that we can practice, like our backwards rolls. Even if you've got a trampoline or a bed, and you can practice just falling backwards. It might sound funny, but the more you get used to going backwards, the easier things like this and back flips become, because you're building your confidence and awareness up of falling backwards. We don't do a lot of that every day. So give it a go, see how you go. I think you're doing pretty well if you're already up to this. So good luck, guys. Please be careful. All right, welcome back, guys. So we've covered some really hard stuff today, and I think you've been doing awesome. So let's take a step back. Let's get back down to the basic things. We've done some really, really hard stuff. So let's just try something different. And this is going to be back onto our floor rocks, okay? So before I get into floor rocks, I want to share with you guys a CC, just because it adds to this next move, okay? So starting in our home base position, all a CC is putting one hand on the ground, one leg in front, and it's same arm, same leg, knees together, and you're gonna, whichever leg's straight, so I've got my left leg straight, I'm gonna roll over onto the outside of my foot towards my little baby toe, and I'm gonna flick my other foot up in the air and keep it bent, and come back down. That's a CC. Swapping sides, I swap legs, swap hands, keep that leg bent, roll over and stick it in the air, put it back down, okay? That's our CC. We can do that facing forward, cha-cha-cha, forward, cha-cha-cha, both hands on the ground, both hands on the ground, turn and face it on the side, okay? So CCs are a great move. You can use them really well in your footwork. It blends in with your 6-step and everything really, really easy. That's our CC. Another move that we're going to do that's similar to our CC is called our shoulder CC or shoulder rock, okay? We're going to go to each side just like we did on that step. So we start on one side, dunk, dunk, swap, do it on the other side. We're going to do exactly that, but on our shoulders, okay? And it starts by lying on the ground. And we're going to go to the right first, okay? So what I need to do is get my right leg ready. I'm going to roll onto my right shoulder and I'll pop my left leg in the air like so. Boom. What I want to do is create a nice shape, okay? And then I'm going to roll back down to the middle and go the other side. So other leg straight, roll up onto that shoulder, put your foot on the ground, come back to the middle, okay? Let's try and get that both sides. So we go flat on the ground, lift your hips up, jump onto your foot, come back down, hit the middle, swap, other side. I'm going to just turn around and do that facing this way. So I'm here flat on the ground, I lift my hips up, I get one leg ready, whichever leg's straight, I go to that side and roll over that shoulder. Back down, over to the other side. Down, change. Okay, I don't know what that looked like facing that angle, but have a go with that one, guys. It's very, very similar to the one we just done. CC, boom. But rather than doing it on our feet, we're doing it on our shoulder. Boom. All right, have a go, and then see if you can add that to some of your footwork. So you might be doing your 6-step, And you might get towards the front and think, oh, I could do it here. Boom. Okay? Give it a go, experiment. You can add this one to whatever move, however you like. That's the fun of it. So that's our CC and shoulder rock. Give it a go and have some fun. Okay, let's start again. All right, guys. Awesome job today. We've covered some really hard stuff. So look, give yourself a pat on the back because learning head spins and learning windmills are really hard. It takes some practice and a lot of bloody effort. So good job for giving it a go and don't stop. We're going to start to play around with some of our moves now. So some of those ones that we've learnt today and some of the ones that we've learnt in the past, we're going to put together and make a set. And what a set is it's basically like a mini routine that you make for yourself, okay? So in breakdancing, we don't do so much choreography like other dancers. It's known as more of a freestyle thing, but we do actually create sets, so our own choreography. So we might go to a jam or a battle or something, and we have a couple of sets that we know off by heart, and we can pull out a really well-rehearsed set rather than always needing to freestyle. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Lots of people that do competitions, they spend a lot of time on making sets. They might make like 20 different sets and they practice all of them individually so they know they can use that set whenever they want. Okay, for our set, we're gonna add 6 moves together. So let's see if we can combine some kind of top rock with a drop. We're going to do some 6-step. A CC's got to be in it. Let's add some power. Let's do a windmill because, well, windmills are fun. And we'll finish with a freeze, okay? So 6 things we're going to try and do today. Let's give it a go, see if you can keep up with me, okay? So we're going to do a count of 8, top rock, our 2-step. And it looks like this. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, from there, we got to do a drop. So a nice way to get into our 6-step, we've done this one before, is our kick drop. So we go kick and drop. From there, I'm going to go into my 6-step. All right? Let's stop there. I'm going to take a step back so you can still see me. And we're going to do it from the top. From the top means the very beginning. Okay? On my count. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do your kick drop. So we go kick, drop. When we get down to here, we're going to use our right leg to do a sweep. And we're going to start our 6-step from there. So we go boom, ba. Start your 6-step. 1, 2, 3. When we get to the front, we're going to straighten our right leg. Oh, I'm out of lanes. Let me move back. Straighten that right leg. And then we're going to go over and do a CC. Boom. Back to the middle. Swap sides. Over to the other side. Boom. And then just to have a bit of fun with this step, we're going to do it again. But this time do a full turn. Then a CC. Switch. So I do a full spin around my front foot. And then, boom, CC. Let's just do that from the beginning. I'll take a step back. We go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, kick and drop. Once we get to that sweep, we're going to go 5, 6. Start again. 1, 2, 3. Straight leg, CC. Back to the middle, swap. Other side, back, swap, spin over, CC, switch, spin, CC. From there, we've got to get into a power move, which is... All right, guys, so one more time from the top, we go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, kick, drop. From here, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. From 3, we go 4, straighten that leg, CC to one side, back over to the other side. Then we do our spin, swap legs, spin over, CC, hit, back to the other side, swap, spin, CC. Now we add on from here to get into our power move. We're going to swap legs again. We're going to put our hand on the ground. But this time, when we step over, we're going to do that 90 entry we practiced to get into our windmill, which means I should finish with my legs nice and wide apart. And my left hand replaces my right foot, that gets out the way. Then same with my right hand replaces my left foot. And I'm going to jump into a windmill by rolling over my shoulder. Okay? Let's try and combo that together, and I'll do my best to stay in frame. Are we ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Top rock middle, top rock middle, top rock middle, top rock middle. Step, kick, drop. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get to the middle point of your 6 step. Straighten your leg, CC. Back to the middle and swap. Other side. Swap, spin right over, hit, swap, spin right over, hit and swap. Again, then we stand up, left hand to right leg, right hand to left hand, and we use that kick with our legs to get to our freeze. To get to our windmill. From there, we're going to do 2 windmills. Once you've done 2 windmills, we're going to catch it in a baby freeze. So, from that last bit, I'll show you one more time at real speed, then we'll add it all together, okay? So I've just done my last spin CC, I swap legs, I stand up, I replace my right leg with my left hand, and that's going to initiate my kick into my windmill. From there, I go into my windmill by rolling over my shoulder. I go 1, 2, and freeze. Cool. Let's try that from the top. If you can't get the windmill bit, keep practicing your windmills. If you can, see if you can do this through your own combination, because this is one combination. See if you can make a different one with the same moves. That's a tricky thing to do. Let's go from the top and see if we can do it together. We'll do it at a medium pace. Are we ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and swap. 1, 2, 3, windmill, 4, 5, baby freeze. Oh yeah. Try and get the freeze facing the front if you can. If you can't, at least you did it. All right. I've lost my speaker. And you guys have got a set to practice. So, good luck with that one, guys. Have some fun. And if you can do that, see if you can make your own up. Take some other moves that you've been using and see if you can add them to that set even. Okay, have a play, see how you go, and I'll catch you next week for some more breaking.